Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me. It's Jo with My Things to Do. Today I am making a pork with orange and honey. Alright, so let's get started in my kitchen. As you can see on my counter, I've got a lot of things going on, but don't worry, I will definitely put the ingredients in the bottom of the description for you so that you have that ready. The first thing I'm going to do is salt and pepper my pork. I know this is going to look like a lot of salt that I'm adding onto this, but I am going to mix it all together, so don't worry. The best part about this recipe is that everything is going to be cooked in my Instant Pot. I love that. So I'm going to set this to saute. It doesn't matter what the time is on it. And add about a tablespoon of my oil so that I can get that warming. You hear that? While that's warming up, I'm going to mix that salt and pepper around in my meat. Heat it up. I'm going to add the pork to it. Ooh, you hear that sizzle? Nice. I'm going to cook this for about 5 minutes so I can get it browned on all sides. All right, my pork is browned and I've taken them out of the pot. So now I added just a little bit more oil just to make sure that nothing sticks. I'm adding my onions. And now, and as you see, I'm breaking it up just a little bit because I want the slices. And I'm going to add the ginger as well. I'm going to cook this for about a minute. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to this as well. Just maybe about a teaspoon, not much. Now I'm going to add my 3 cloves of garlic. When you're using it like this, a half a teaspoon equals 1 clove of garlic. So 1 teaspoon obviously is 2 cloves. And about a half. I'm going to be honest, we love garlic, so I'm just going to go for it. Garlic will burn quickly, so you don't want to cook that for very long. There we go. That's actually long enough. Let's get the rest of what we need in here. I've already got my orange rind grated, so I'm going to add that. Plus the juice of half of that orange. I'll need about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Let's add the honey. We're going to add, about a tablespoon of honey. Just eyeball that. There we go. Our maple syrup, we're adding a tablespoon of that as well. Going to add just a little bit of the cinnamon. And that's mainly because I'm not a very cinnamon type of person. Get my rosemary going in here as well. There we go. I'm going to mix all this around. Oh my God, if you could just smell this. You will when you make it yourself at home, of course. And when you do, you're going to be like, oh my God, Jo was so right. Perfect. I'm going to see what it looks like in there. All right, now that I've got all of that mixed in, the next thing I'm going to do is add my pork back into the pot. There we go, that's back in. I'm going to switch this over to manual. Let's turn it off so I can switch it over to manual. Get my top on here. There we go, got my top on. Switch it to manual. All right, we're going to get this cooked for 50 minutes. All right, so 50 minutes have gone by. We've let the Instant Pot vent by itself. We didn't do the venting by, clicking it. We let it vent all by itself. Gonna go ahead and open it. I've made my slurry. It's got 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch to 1 cup of water. We're gonna put this back to saute so it can get really hot. We just want to thicken everything up inside of there. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this in so that this can get nice and thick. And you know, this is a to taste type of thing right here. Some people like really thick sauces, others don't. Oh my gosh, this smells so fresh and heavenly. You can smell the orange in there. Oh wow, this is just fantastic. I'm gonna use just a little over 1/2 cup because I don't really want this to be too thick, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna go ahead and let that cook and thicken up. Now, of course, you can serve this with anything: noodles, rice, potatoes. We love eating a lot of rice in our house, different kinds of rice. This is a sticky rice that I use a lot. Get this poured over. Oh, look at this. Let's take a taste and get a little bit of rice in here. I know it's hot, and I make the habit of eating things when they're really hot when I shouldn't. Oh my gosh. Wow. If you were afraid of any sweetness, I can guarantee you, definitely not too sweet. I can taste the fresh rosemary. I can taste the ginger in this. I taste the orange, but it's more of a background type of taste. It's not, you know, up front. This is so, and the pork, as you've seen, I can cut it with my fork. It is just so soft, so tender. This is definitely a great weeknight dinner. Well, today my things to do was to make a pork, orange, and honey meal. This is fantastic. It was my things to do. Make it your things to do too.